Hello, welcome to Tea with Debbie, and let's talk. I'm outside. It's so beautiful outside today. It's just gorgeous. It's been this way for about, I think, 4 days now. I wish it would stay this way for a while. It makes you feel so much better. And what I want to talk about today is life can throw us some really strange curveballs sometimes. One day you're okay, everything's fine, you're healthy, and then out of nowhere, you're in poor health. Your health is failing. And it's not always with age, but I think most of the time a lot of it has to do with age and the things that we put our bodies through as we grow up or get older, age. Um, you never know from one day to the next how things are going to be. And that's part of where I always say to count your blessings, be thankful for what you have. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Um, my motto is, and I say it in my films, always try to be kind to people, smile, have a little conversation, a little bit of understanding. It goes a long way on both parts. So, to go on with this story, um, I want everybody to know I'm okay. I'm taking my meds. I'm doing all right, but my main concern is all of you as my viewers. I want you to be aware of what's going on and what's happening. Some people care, some don't, but if there's anything that I'm going through that may be of any kind of help to some of you that have gone through these things or will be going through them, there's some help in there somewhere or something that you can get from this message. One doesn't plan on getting this way or ending up this way. Things just happen. There's a lot of reasons why things happen. We don't know why. We never will know why. That's life. And we have to deal with it. We have to accept things for what they are and learn how to get through it and get by. When it first happened, this first happened to me, which is Bell's palsy. They said it was not a stroke. I was scared to death. I panicked. But I'm taking my meds that they gave me, and I can, I'm okay. I don't think anything's got worse, but it really hasn't gotten any better either. I'm kind of still the same way. It's very awkward. Sometimes I get sad, and I wonder what's going to happen or what's going on. And I'll be 68 in May. I'm getting up there in age. I don't really have a whole lot of time left, but only our higher up, God knows when that time will be. I know that I'm thankful for a lot of things in my life. I'm not going to be sad or be really angry about what's going on right now with my life because it doesn't serve any purpose. You get through each day, like I said. You learn to live through what's going on and to tackle what's been dealt out to you. And we are people, we are strong, and we can do that. And it takes faith and hope and trust and love. Now, I don't want to preach to anybody. That's not what my film is about. I have lots of different health issues, which could be the reason for what's going on with me. Not everybody is the same. I have type 2 diabetes. I have thyroid problems. I've been working on my weight for a long time, which they say is a lot of problems with me too, but they tell you everything. Doctors, you don't know what to think anymore, what they say, because I think they just grasp at stuff to try to make you more content, and I know they do like to shove a lot of medications out to people, which I've never been a medication person. I never have. Right now, in this part of my life, is the only time that I have spent so much time taking medicine, so many pills a day, uh, than I ever have that I can recall. I'm not a drinker, I'm not a smoker, never have been. When I was a kid, I did, yeah. Kids do things, I think, when they're younger, just because they are out with their friends and everybody's got a, I don't know, peer pressure or whatever. But I smoked cigarettes maybe for about a year, but never like really a whole lot. Maybe one or two cigarettes in a week. Not really a smoker. I'm not a drug user. Never have been. Never smoked the marijuana or anything like that. I just don't. I don't have a need for that kind of stuff. I don't want it in my life. And I am starting to uh, put some things together for some new video. It's going to be, I think I want to do it in parts. So maybe 2 times a week. I don't know yet for sure on the amount of time. I want to put up a video. It will be kind of like a book that's read, a story, a true life story um, of my life and how I grew up. But I want to put it into parts and how things went, like a storytelling. So if anybody's interested in watching something that carries on uh, from one part to another, like a not a sitcom, but kind of like a story. You're reading a book and there's different chapters. I want to talk about that. I like to do that, and I am in the process of trying to get a book together about my life growing up as a child. I can remember back as far as when I was 5 years old. Of course, up until now, I haven't lost my mind. Not yet, anyway. And I know it's kind of difficult for me to talk. And I hope that I'm able to talk and tell my stories clear enough to where people can understand me. It's really making it hard for me right now because I cannot talk very well. Anyway, it's awkward to me. And it's kind of like a self-help story. And I think that the more that you talk about things with somebody or you discuss certain situations, it helps not only yourself but other people to think about situations in their life that at some time or another you bury away in your subconscious. And yes, from time to time, things come back to you. They just pop up out of nowhere. But when you go through a lot of trauma and dysfunction, it sticks with you. It does not go away. Sorry about the way the sun is, you guys. I'm trying to not mess up my film. But anyway, um, people need to talk things out. Uh, Write it down on paper in a journal. When I sat down and started writing stuff, I was fine at first when I started out, but as I start writing more and more, it brought out a lot more deeper feelings inside myself when I think realized that I had hidden deep inside that's coming out. And it got me so upset that when I was writing, I went from writing okay, ended up scribbling because I was getting upset and nervous, and uh, it triggered my tremors to where I was shaking worse and I couldn't even hardly write anymore. And then I got emotional and I started to cry and get upset. So I had to quit. I had to stop for a couple days. So I'm going to get back on writing. I'm going to get back into my story. And believe me, I have a lot to talk about, a lot to tell. Some of it will make people mad, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of questions. I can answer some of what I can, and I won't be able to answer some. And I like to try, when I'm speaking of things, not to mention anybody's names, because that's not right either. Um, I try to protect other people. And so anyway, that's where I'm going with this. I want y'all to know that I'm working on something that I really want and hope someone can get something out of it, or you will see some resemblance in what you're going through or what you've been through. And how did you survive? How did you make it? How did you get through your rough times? And how did you have to live? There's so many things that a person needs to talk about. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. If you can hear it, there's road traffic out here. So I'm not going to stay on much longer. I want to keep it short. I don't want to go too long right now. Eventually, though, my stories, my videos that I will be talking about, they will be a little bit longer videos. And I hope that you will enjoy them. I hope that you will get something out of them. I would like to know if there's any of you that are interested even in hearing it or hearing about it. Regardless, I'm going to post them. And you can watch them if you want to, and you don't have to if you don't want to. That's your choice. So, that's this video for today. Trying to keep up. Let everybody know what's going on. Let you all know I love you. I watch your channels. I always give a heart, and I always make a comment because that is the respectful thing to do. And I thank you for watching my videos. I love you all. Please be kind to one another. Be happy. Smile if you can. And make conversation with people. Don't be mean. Don't be cruel, because kindness is free. And it means a lot to people. It does, for real. So, I'll catch you in the next one, and I'm not quite sure what the next one's really going to be about. Today's just a little bit of my own, there's no script, and I don't edit. I just want to be me. I am who I am, and I'm loving the sunshine. I'm loving my life. I'm not unhappy. I'm a little bit disappointed that things are the way they are, and I pray to God and hope that you all pray for me to get better soon. I love you all, and I've said it before. I will see y'all later. Bye bye.